Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about issue number 5 of Storm from the Ashes, written by Murwa Ayadil and art by Murwa Ayadil. But before we dive into the story, I want to ask you a favor. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment to help the channel grow. So with that said, this issue opens with a narration saying, "Before there was everything, there was nothing. Before there was space, time, and continuum, existence was empty." This is the big lie of our universe. Because the truth is, before there was a universe, there was oblivion. For it has always been and always will be. The only void that could house the end of all things is death without ceasing to exist. For what is the end to what does not have a beginning? So the phrase, "great artists steal," is exactly what the universe did. For now, the universe is seen as infinity within eternity. And in a sudden burst of immense energy, our universe was born within the oblivion void. Always expanding into it, always taking from it. Which is why the universe is the first great artist. Now with that history lesson out of the way, we then fast forward to the current day with the arrival of the eternal Storm right where we left off in the previous issue. And when we see her, the god that once saved her life was now pleading for his. But strangely enough, the voice that comes out of Storm's mouth isn't her own, but that of eternity, and it states, yes, Egan had saved its host body, but not its own. And in all Egan's wisdom, he took it back. And then Eternity went on to tell Egan to fret not, for he is a spirit that could never die, but under colossal atmospheric pressure, Egan will take a form that it could easily consume. And at that moment, Eternity and Storm's body took the god and compressed him down into a ball and swallowed him whole. And then, in a fit of rage, Eternity crashed into the ground to confront the Sorcerer Supreme. And let's just say, this artist is putting in crazy work on these panels. But anyway, with Storm face to face with Doom, Doom went on to say, "No, you are the one in danger here. You brought a demon to my nation, demolished my home, and endangered my people in your reckless brawl with said demon. So leave my nation at once, or face the wrath of Doom." Now as the two powerhouses stood off from each other, we then jump back to the dimension of manifestation 3 billion years ago. And once there, we see Eternity sitting down saying, "You have surely gone mad, for I will not do such a thing." Now this prompted Oblivion to reply by saying, "I no longer have room to contain my twin, Death, for you have taken far too much from me. I move that Eternity, from this moment onward, house my sister, Death, together with his twin, Infinity." Now just to add some context to what is going on, both Eternity and Oblivion had brought their problems up to the Living Tribunal to settle their issues. So with that explained, the Living Tribunal went on to say, "Very well, the matter of Death's relocation from Oblivion into Eternity shall be decided by a trial by combat." Now with his ruling made, the Living Tribunal stood to his feet and continued to say, "In the name of the one above all, let the trial begin." And after a flash of light and a strike of his hammer, Eternity went on to say, fighting in his stead was one of his many creations, Eternal Madness, the Insane. Once there, Oblivion was not impressed, for he stated, "I have made no beings and spawned no heirs, for I am my own combatant." Now though Oblivion had created no sentient life, he wore a belt of skulls across his waist. Now this was not the first trial by combat between Eternity and Oblivion, nor would it be the last. For they have brawled a dozen times, and a dozen times, Oblivion has won. Oblivion's skulls are 12 in number, remains of all previous avatars of Eternity who had dared face him in battle. And this trial, like the previous ones, ended swiftly. And from that moment onward, as Oblivion requested, Death became a part of our universe. The same Death Doom soon will face. And in a blink of an eye, Storm got behind him and blasted right through him saying, "Your simulacrum does not deceive me." And then Eternity went on to say, "Before your planet, your sun, your moon, I was. Yet I have known defeat just like how you will learn humility by my hands." And over again, Eternity continued to kill the Dooms in creative ways. Now while all this was going down, the real Doom just continued to sit down and consume his meal until Eternity pulled up before him. Now this prompted Doom to say, "If you expect me to beg and grovel, then you have sorely mistaken whose presence you are in. And if you expect me to be afraid of you, then you do not know whose body you have taken possession of. For Storm will not allow you to take the life of an unarmed man, and if you try she will reassert herself." And just like Doom said, Storm did just that. So with Eternity's hands tied, Eternity then stated, "You seem to know my host a great deal. Very well, Victor Von Doom, it seems you have escaped certain death." So with nothing left to do there, Eternity took off as Doom stated, "It is Death who evades his wrath." So with that going down, we then transition back to the dimension of manifestation with Oblivion saying, I have been without death's presence for 3 eons, my existence has been colder, incomplete, and lonelier without her troubles. I want my sister back. Now this is funny because Eternity replied by saying, by all means, you can have death back, for I am nothing if not reasonable. Now this pissed Oblivion off because he stated, I can have her back, you greedy robber. And without any hesitation, Oblivion went on the attack, and shifted into his current form and attacked Eternity, and said, where in the Oblivion void will I now house my precious sister? Where in my realm hasn't your insatiable self spread to? All you do is take and take, yet Eternity hunger for more. And in a profound manner, Eternity replied by saying, it is not what he does, but rather who he is. Now this did not sit well with Oblivion, because he followed up by saying, then existence would be better without you in it. I move for eternity's end and the collapse of the universe, so I might be reunited with my sister once again. So I might have enough room to contain her once more. Now this was a huge no-no, because what Oblivion was doing was going against what the Living Tribunal ordered, the entity that makes all the decisions. So with a swing of his hammer, he hit Oblivion right in his face. And then he went on to say, the will of the one above all is for the primordials to always be. Who are you to question that will and move for the end of eternity? With the motion denied? And your right to convene another trial is permanently revoked. You shall forever spend all of your existence separated from your twin. Now even though all primordials, eternity, infinity, oblivion, and death would deny any such thing happened, the one above all, from their realm on high, saw it. The Living Tribunal saw it as well. The prideful Oblivion shed a tear for his sister, and the one above all was moved. And on the next page, starting from the House of Ideas, the dwelling place of the one above all, the entirety of existence trembled. And in unmitigated empathy, the Living Tribunal's blue heart turns blood red, and he said, motion carried, trial by combat shall be held for oblivion and eternity once more. And to the victor, there awaited limitless eons of unbound sovereignty and freedom to house infinity, death, and whatsoever they so choose. But the defeated shall be hammered into a speck, uninhabitable to even an atom or thought. And once more the Living Tribunal turned to eternity and asked who shall be its champion and fight on its behalf and shall aid the universe. Whose valor do you trust to deliver you from oblivion? To which on the last page, we see Storm laying on the ground crying her eyes out. And with that said, this issue of Storm comes to an end. Now down in the comment section below let me know your thoughts about this issue and what predictions you could have moving forward. So with that established, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.